Many Fort Wayne schools are undergoing some much-needed repairs. That's thanks to a $119 million referendum that voters approved back in 2012. Now, school leaders report they've been able to stretch that money even further than expected. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth has more.
Heather, this money covered 36 FWCS buildings. 10 of those were going to get even more extensive repairs. The district planned to go back to the voters for more money, which would cover other buildings. Now, those renovations are being discussed. Snyder High School is one of the buildings getting the most repairs under a 2012 school referendum. The proposal called for $40 million. It was one of 10 schools to get the most work with the approved funds.
A lot of schools have been helped. The administration has done a really good job of monitoring the costs.
Most of the work's complete. School leaders still have roughly $17 million to spend. $9 million hasn't been allocated. FWCS board member Glenna Yale says projects have come in under budget, mostly due to a competitive market on bids. The leftover change is being used on additional work.
The individual schools where they got the improvements, not everything on the wish list was completed, so now we're going to be able to take some of that money, go back and address some other things within those schools.
The district can only spend the money at the 36 schools that were approved in the referendum, but another one is in the works.
There are a lot of other schools within the district that also need improvements, and that's why we're talking about coming back to the taxpayers and asking for more money.
That's the district's long-range plan to make repairs in 3 phases. The other phases would include the other buildings. Board member Julie Hollinsworth says the next phases would include Northrop and Wayne High Schools.
Come back and ask for $60 million more in our phase 2 and then $60 million after that.
Future phases still need voter approval, but the district has said by spreading out the expenses at the beginning of each phase, additional tax increases are not likely.
I believe we're in a really good position with the community because we have done our due diligence and acted responsibly with the money that was entrusted to us.
The district has said it would like to start phase 2 projects in 2017. That means the referendum would have to be approved by voters during an election next year. Randy Spieth, News Channel 15.